I want to take a quick pause for just a second. There is another factor of day trading that is very important that is often overlooked. The more free time you have, the more opportunities you're going to be able to snag. Just now, I've just been watching. I didn't get into this trade right here, right? I wish I had. Oh my gosh, I would have made like a few $1,000s. I wish I'd got into this trade here. I hesitated because we kept going down and up and down and up. But I know we're in the trend, right? So after this formed right here, let me zoom in on, let me go single screen actually. You see the market's falling. It's expected. Let me go single screen. So I'm just gonna reset this whole thing. I watched this entire time. I watched all of this happen. I missed out on all of these opportunities, but they just weren't clean, right? They weren't clean. They were so choppy all the way down. And I said to myself, I don't like any of these. So I kept watching. And then we come over here to the right-hand side. I watched this happen. We run all the way up to the high, and I was about to get in right here, and I just missed it. And when I missed it, I saw this form, and I was like, damn it. Because look at the time. It's literally 2:54. I should have been in this trade. I hesitated and I missed out. And I was kind of getting pissed at myself because I was like, why am I hesitating? I know this is a good trade, right? But the market has been so choppy, I just didn't want to take a hit. Boom. We get another opportunity. Notice 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 that are basically touching exactly, right? We get 1, 2, 3. And on the fourth one, I said, I got to go. And I put one contract here. And then I put 5 contracts a few seconds later. And this thing did exactly what I expected it was going to do. It broke the hell out. We sold our 5 right here at 87. So we took 5 from 90 to 87, which is it was a pullback that ended up getting us out of it. In reality, we technically sold as soon as we hit this purple line, but then it started pulling back real fast. So the other one, the single contract we held, and that's something I'll show you guys how to do later on. I really wanted to be in that still, but the pullbacks are always going to knock me out. When you lock in $900, you can't complain about it though. So then the single contract we got in at 50.90. 90 is right here, so literally the pullback, and then we got out right here at 86. So another $4 on that. Great trade, guys. Great trade. We took $200 on that, and we took $937 on this. But the thing that I want to talk to you guys about is a lot of day trading, especially for scalpers, is opportunity. The more time you can actually watch the market develop, the more you'll start to see opportunities like this and opportunities like this and opportunities like this. Look at how flat that is across the bottom. It was screaming that it was going back up. I just couldn't trust it because of my instincts. This thing is falling down. Hold on a second. Looks like we're going to fall down to 593.40, which is an area of interest for me. But yeah, like I was saying, a lot of this is just being in the right place at the right time, or being in place to take these trades, as you guys can see once the rip down when I start talking again. The more time you have to watch the charts develop, the more likely you're going to be to catch like really good trades and stuff. And we're risking $100 here, so we're gonna have to close out here soon. Hopefully it doesn't rip through 593 and it goes up instead. I'd love to add another contract, but we're in a downtrend right now, so we're just gonna play it safe. All we're looking for is to come back up to this wick here, and we should be doing that in the next several moments as the market pushes back up. It is 15.12, so 312. Things are starting to rip back up. As you can see, there's $100. We should get all the way up to the sell stop here, which is at about 200. But I'll take this 162 as well if we seem like we're losing momentum like we're currently doing. But we should get all the way back up to $200. Okay, 175, 225, 250. Lock in profit. We locked in profit, and it sold us out. So we got $300 off of that real quick. Like I was saying, it's a lot of it is just being in the right place at the right time when these things are happening. So the more time you can spend on the chart, the more likely you're going to be to get these massive trades and stuff like you've seen me take, especially when the market's moving fast like that. What, you dropped your bing? Hold on, baby. Okay, I get it, mama. I know. But I personally love it. And it is a massive red candle, but anywhere within all of these candles are opportunities to the opposite direction. But we took it down because that's just a smart play. Get into the trend, flow with the trend. And I want to show you guys real quick before I go why the market is falling to where it is. Go over here to SPY, right, with me for a minute. go to the 15-minute time frame. We went right down to the 15-minute 200 EMA. I tell you guys all the time that these EMAs work like magnets, and all day long we've been struggling to get back up and pulling towards something. We get closer to it, closer to it, closer to it. We had to eventually come down here, and I'll show you why. Because of this gap that we created over here when we gapped up, we needed to come fill this gap, and there's still room for us to fill it all the way down to 591. I don't believe that we'll do that today, but eventually we need to come down to 591 and connect these 2 points that happened during the gap up. We ran down into it originally, came back up, and then exploded to the upside. But once you touch those 200 EMAs, you're going to get these strong reactions to the upside. So that being aware of where this is at all times, and all I do is to cheat, I set an alert. Being aware of where this is at all times, I use SPY as a tool, as a weapon to help me with my trades on ES or MES, right? Because every 10 cents on SPY is $1 on ES. And I know when SPY, I don't always 100% of the time know where and when it's going to react, but I know that at certain spots, like the 20s, right at the dollar and stuff like that, SPY is going to have a very strong reaction one way or another. I know when we're struggling to break certain areas like 70 cents and 80 cents that we're going to go ahead and fall down a decent amount. And I just put myself in position to take advantage. In over 15 minutes, we've just made like $2,000 worth of trades. And literally each one of those trades lasted maybe 10-15 seconds. You guys saw how quick it was. The longest one being like 1 minute. And it's all about being in the right time at the right place, on top of having the skills to understand what the move is going to be. If you're in the right time at the right place, but you don't know which direction to take the trade in, when these massive falls happen, you're going to get ate up. It's the same general principle as the 8:30 New York Stock Exchange open. Top of the hour is 1500, 3 o'clock, right? At 3 o'clock, we are sitting at 595.27, and we are struggling. We already had the pullback right here showing us that we couldn't get up any further, and we got to this yellow line right here, which is the 23 EMA. It had already showed we couldn't break the 23 and go further. Just like here where it showed we couldn't break the 23 and go further, it fell hard. Using this knowledge, using the knowledge of this right here, I looked for the exact same thing to happen later. I missed it. Remember, I missed it up here. Why? Because there are no 9. There is no 23 EMA. There was nothing for me to go off of other than the fact that it was flat across the top. Didn't know. But once you break out, and that's why I use these as a visual reference. No, I don't use them to enter my trades, but I use them as visual references to be like, okay, what is the most likely thing to happen in this particular trade, right? And we are going to come down to this 200 EMA. Look, we came down to the 200 EMA. We touched it. We get equal lows. Once you get equal lows, let's go. I could be taking trades to the upside now with the simple understanding that we touched the 200 EMA on the 15-minute for SPY. It's going to start going back the other way. Even if we eventually break this 200 EMA, look at how big the move was in your favor. It was $1.70 in your favor. Why not try it? At the very least, try taking the trade off of the 200 EMA. You protect yourself to like maybe like 30-40 cents if you're doing an option. And this works at any time of the day. Anytime you see a nice strong move towards a 200 EMA and it was far from it, when it touches there, look for that to be a strong level of support and to see a strong reaction out of it and take your trade the other direction. Like, I love the stock market, you know, and I want you guys to, if you really enjoy doing this, I want you to have every possible advantage. Like, I won't gatekeep. I'll tell you what I know. I don't know everything, but I know a few things. And I know that these strong 15-minute and 1 hour 200 EMAs, the 1 hour is like way down at like, man, listen, when we fall to this 1 hour time frame, you better have your swing plate to the upside, because good googly moogly, that's another $12. And we could do that tomorrow. We could fall to this 200 EMA on tomorrow. I'm not saying we will, understand. Could and will are two different things. We are at the bottom half of the range right now. It's about a $10 range that SPY is in. We're at the bottom half of it. We're $3 into the bottom half, and we are filling the gap right here. To come down and fill the gap fully, we need to get down to $5, and that'll put us at 591. But we're at about half of the gap overall. It's a $10 gap. It's $9 to be literal, but $10 if you come down here. It's from $590.78 all the way up to $600.16. And we're dancing in it. We're up and down and up and down, but honestly, we're in a downtrend because we never came back to the high. So since we never came back to the high, there is the opportunity that they're going to want to break this out for like a 605 or a 610. But the reality is that we need to come down first. In order for them to fill massive orders to the upside again, we need to come down to at least this demand zone, but in particular, this 200 EMA on the 1 hour. And the 200 EMA on the 1 hour over the next day or so may actually migrate its way up to this 586. Giving us the ability to come down to just there, because there's a whole nother gap system that we have on the left hand side. But guys, I hope you guys enjoy these videos. I try to take a couple of trades here and there and just get a quick win and stuff like that. But overall, it's partly understanding your technical analysis, having good risk management, but more important than anything, being in position to take these trades. Knowing when they're coming, having your alert set. Look at all these alerts I got set. When they trigger, I'm ready to go, man. When they hit that alert, I'm like, yo, that's it. I don't even hesitate. I don't even question it. I go, because if I do lose, It's an amount that I understood going in was within the parameters of what I could lose. That's why it's called risk management. You mitigate your risk by earning on a regular basis, and when you do get it wrong, it's not so big a hit that it wipes your account out. Never, never, never listen. This is the loser's guide to day trading. Never wipe your account out. If you can protect I don't care if your account gets down to like $50. If you got to trade a single micro until you get $200, $300, $400, trade a single micro. I want you to get very, very good at this, because this is a life-changing skill. This skill has changed my life for the better. I am so appreciative of God and of everyone who has taught me to get to where I am. And full disclosure, like I said, I have a mentor. His name is Christopher Jackson. I have other mentors within his mentorship group, my favorite being Davon and JT, right? They taught me everything I know. So I'm not going to sit here and act like I knew all this and I just figured this out on my own. That would be untrue. I paid a decent amount to learn how to day trade, and I'm getting better and better and better every day. But the part of it that's me is I come in here and I put in the work. I watch these charts. Even when I'm not trading, you see all those empty spaces. Even when I'm not trading, I'm watching, and the day is just going by. I'm missing like massive trades, but I just don't feel comfortable. You gotta wait until you feel comfortable. Look at all these massive wicks here, massive wick there. This has been a rough day to trade, but right here at 11 o'clock, I felt good. Took a trade to the upside and lost, right? Okay, fine. We went counter trend. We learned our lesson the hard way. We immediately got into the trend, and from that point on, I'll be riding the trend for the rest of the day, and that's what you guys have just seen. But thank you guys so much for checking out this video. I don't want it to run on too long. As always, be blessed and have a great day. If you have any questions, leave them in the comments section. I love the questions. I love the feedback. I mean, even if you have tips for me, because like I said, this is only my second year, I'm not beyond learning from you guys as well. So if there are people with more experience or similar experience, or just things that you know that could be helpful to me, please let me know. I would love to know. I like learning. This is a skill that I want to use for the rest of my life to get as much wealth as I can. Right now it's going well, but there's going to be some cold times, and you guys may have some information that could help me out, just like I got some information that can help you out. Like I said, all of this was drawn out on the 4-hour time frame. As always, take the easy money. This is your boy Sebastian. This has been another full transparency trading session, and I'm out.